Yeah,
So we live, fellas.
we live.
Let's
We
get it.
live.
We out here, man. We live in the building Thursday night pregame. We got the Falcons and the Panthers tonight. Got a
Yeah.
former the week 8 Thursday night football. We got a former Panther, got a former Colt, former Niner, former Texan, 16-year
16
NFL vet,
years.
two-time Pro Bowler, a former
In a
teammate,
row.
old head,
In a
two
row.
back to back in a row.
Back to back.
You heard him. Mike Adams, man. Welcome to the show, bro.
What's up? What's up?
Man.
Yours truly, Darius Butler, co-host Antoine Bethea, sitting in one of his franchises over there. Where you at right now? That's District
Man.
41?
District 41, man. Hometown, Newport News, man. I'm drinking by myself, but it's all good.
I see what up. Hey, y'all see what time is it? It's 7:12 right now. Y'all see show them where that blue moon is. Cause you know how you be pump faking. You know, all right. So y'all see where he at. We gonna check in. Let me pull up. What you got over there to drink, Mike? You brought your drink?
I got it. I'm good. I'm locked and loaded, man.
Oh,
we
okay.
got
We
the
on
hair
the same page. We on the same
man.
page.
Oh, man. So I got to get, hey.
You gotta get right.
Yeah, I got to get right. That's what I like.
Hey, be a pro, man. Be a pro.
I mean,
AC.
Man. But shoot, man, we get this thing going. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Man,
oh man. Well, yeah, Paz, you at your crib in Jersey?
Yeah. I'm in the man cave, man. Relaxing, bro. I don't got that 2-0 jersey to put up, or I don't got that 4-1. So,
man, I got to,
I got
yeah, I got you too.
Say
Hey,
less.
is that music too loud in the background?
nah, I'm good.
It's a little loud. It ain't too loud though.
You be ID, but
Man, just put that shit on mute if Mike talking to something. If he's saying something important or some shit, he probably won't be, but just if he do.
Yeah.
What's good
Man.
though? Let's start with this game tonight, man. Who you got tonight? Falcons, Panthers. Who you got?
I got Panthers. You know, I'm biased, bro. That was my old squad over there, man.
Okay.
They really just starting to come along too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was happy that they getting DJ involved more because it seemed like they kept hitting Anderson a lot.
DJ Moore.
Football, yeah, huh?
You talking about
Roby.
DJ Moore, right?
Yeah, I'm glad they're
Yeah.
getting him involved more because they were hitting Roby a lot. You know what I mean? They was looking for him a lot. Now he's starting to get in his groove. You know what I mean? Looking at other players. And especially with Samuel get the rock too. They got some weapons over there. Just Bridgewater got to spread that rock around and just use them.
Yeah,
How you like Teddy Two Gloves over there with what they have? How you like him at the at the quarterback position?
I mean, I thought it was a lateral move. Not saying him and Cam are the same, but in my opinion, I think they should just let him go more. It seemed like they kind of spoon feeding the players, like spoon feeding the rock when he's throwing it, and not just letting it loose. You know what I mean? I want to see more deep ball. I don't know how many. After they threw one, the 70-yarder, obviously wide open with DJ Moore, but I think they should just let him go, man. Just see what he got. Because he only signed, 2 years a deal, $53 million?
Yeah, he signed a decent deal. I like him though. I like him
I
over
do.
there. Like you said, getting DJ Moore involved. Robbie Anderson, I think he's second in the league right now with receiving yards. You saw him come over from the Jets. He having a big year. Joe Brady, the young guru, the offensive coordinator for Panthers, getting guys involved, and obviously with a huge piece like T-Mac over there missing. They kind of held it afloat. Won 3 in a row. Tough loss last week.
Shout out my man Mike Davis, man. He came
Mike
in
Davis.
behind, with C-Mac being out, man, and he's toting that thing.
Fact.
Yeah.
He holding it down, man. But you were a former teammate with C-Mac. So how you think it's gonna look when he comes back and he gets back in the mix with all them other weapons?
I think he worked so hard. I don't think they're gonna miss the beat. And I think if when I say miss the beat, I'm talking about him personally. You know what I mean? As far as his game, and I think he shouldn't have to carry the load because right now DJ and Roby is taking a lot off him right now.
Yep.
When T-Mac comes back, I think he could just instead of being that guy all the time that they depending on, I
Yeah,
think if you give him the rock and let him do his thing, then they still give DJ and Roby Anderson a chance to do their thing. Because C-Mac, when he gets the rock, he he makes them happy.
yeah,
And,
facts.
and before that, every time they gave him the rock, it seemed like almost too much. You know, he always got the rock. So I think when he come back, I think they should just fit him in and just keep spreading the ball out like they are and
Yeah,
create some one-on-one matchup. That's
I
it.
agree. I agree. Hold on. What the let me see. Let me check a peek real quick. Oh yeah, the mute. You gonna have to mute AB on the just when we're talking. You're saying it's kind of drowning it out.
Bro,
Mike,
I just turned it down. You late?
Mike with that low ass voice. You say I'm late.
Oh yeah, I got to turn my volume up.
No,
I'm
no,
on.
no.
Nah,
It was AB. It was DJ
Oh,
AB over there.
nah. I just turned it down. We should be good, money.
oh,
Nah, we good. But yeah, man. I was saying the same thing. When C-Mac come back, they definitely don't need to force feed him. He could just kind of fit in where, get in where he fit in, for the first couple weeks at least. And then as the season goes on, kind of be that bell cow again. But you've been watching those guys in the back end, the guys in the secondary, got Trey Boston back there, Dante Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Chin. He just
Jeremy
got named
Chin.
Rookie of the Year back there. He been balling crazy, man. What you think about that secondary on that side?
the rookie of the month, October, rookie of the month, right?
Yeah, Rookie of the Month. My fault. I
Working
probably
them
said
up,
Rookie of the
yeah.
Year.
So the crazy part about that, right, is when I did my retirement thing at NFL Network, they told me to name 5 players, you know, and he was one of my 5.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of my 5 that I picked because just watching him, and I was biased. He was 1 AA, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm like, and I'm seeing him, and I'm like, he's gonna be a player that contribute strongly on special teams, and he's gonna be a role player on defense. And that's exactly what's happening. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And when I saw him, I'm like, okay, he's really good. Like he's a ball hawk, you
Yeah.
know. And his
Yeah, he,
coverage,
he around that ball. He played most of the snaps last week on defense too. So
And
he all over
yeah,
the field.
they
and
starting,
and,
yeah,
and Paul's like his body size. It allow the defense to put him in different positions. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Whereas, you know what I mean, he could come in as a dime linebacker. He can come in, play the safety. So definitely be able to get him in different positions where you can use his ability. You know what I mean, on the field. So I like him coming out too.
yeah,
Facts.
no doubt.
What school he came out of again? That wasn't
It's Northern, the Salukis, right? Northern Iowa.
Yep, Nolan
okay.
out.
Yeah, I always get his school and Lenore
I know
Ryan mixed up for some
it was
reason.
it was Southern Illinois, I think.
Southern Illinois. Okay.
Salukis,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dogs.
yeah. So man,
So
hey, 16. Oh, I'm about to jump off subject though, but 16 years. How's your body feeling?
Amazingly, my body feel good. Like that's one thing I did. Like I did take pride on like my whole career. Tony Parrish, he was one of my mentors. He was a safety out in San Francisco. And he was like, a lot of people want to invest in cars, rings, earrings, chains, and all that other stuff. But one thing I want you to remember is the best thing you can invest in is your body. And for men, he put me on all these doctors. So I've been getting massages twice a week, MAT, ART,
this from the jump from rookie year.
yeah, the dry needling I was doing. And
Mm-hmm.
this was second year, D. But so from
Uh-huh.
second year on, I've been doing it. And
Yeah,
that's why, and when I started playing at a high level at year 10, 11, 12, 13, and everybody like, damn, how you do? But I
Yeah.
started taking care of myself early. I didn't wait till year 10 and was like, yo, I gotta start getting massages. I gotta
yeah.
start getting dry needling. I gotta start getting the cold stuff. Nah, I was doing that from the beginning. But to answer your question, yeah, my body feels good, man. I'm all right. I know
That's
them
good.
18 is gonna come, but right
Yeah,
now,
16 and you feel good, man. So
That's a
shit coming
blessing.
out of it for real. So your rookie year was a 04?
my rookie year was my bad.
Yeah,
But,
04. I
oh
know
yeah, my
mine.
rookie year was '04.
04. Okay, so tell us about the grind, man. So you went to, like you talked about earlier, D1 AA, out in Delaware.
Salute.
You know what I
So,
mean? So
word.
you got it out the mud. Then you
I
go
got it out the mud.
16 years in the league, and then you said what? So you got to the Colts. What was that? What year was that for you in the Colts? 10,
That was
11?
year 11.
So year 11, you come to Colts, you get back-to-back Pro Bowls. So that's a long time in the league before, like you said, you start playing at your highest level. How was it? Take us back to the beginning, back at Delaware. How you ended up in Delaware, first and foremost?
So I ended up at Delaware. I was supposed to go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh pulled out on me. I was gonna go with my boy Gerald Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh pulled out. Then I was gonna visit Wisconsin. They were saying I was too small. Rutgers said I was too small. Well, funny story about Rutgers. Let me tell you this. You got time, right?
Yeah, because you're from Jersey, right?
Word. So funny story about Rutgers. I really wanted to go to Rutgers. I wanted to stay home and play. So Rutgers came to the office. They said, you're not." Well, we was talking, and then it came up. He was like, "Well, you're not big enough. You don't look strong enough. Do you think you can play in the Big East?" He said, "Do you think you can withstand that? You think you're tough enough? You think you're strong enough?" I said, "You think I'm tough enough? You think I'm strong enough?" He gave me a stare look. I said, "Well, you have a nice day there," and I just left. And
That's crazy.
but they needed me, boy.
Straight like that. Yeah, we used to whoop up now. We used to have some battles with Rutgers, man. I don't know if you was built for that Big East like that. You know, that shit was real.
Crazy.
You old too, so that was probably the Miami was still in the Big East.
Boy.
Miami,
College
Yeah.
is still in the Big
all
East.
of them.
So Rutgers, I remember. So I remember.
V-Tech,
Shout out to one of my OGs, Gary Brackett. So I know when he was at Rutgers, and Weege and them will always talk about like Rutgers was just like that scrimmage game. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was probably a stat game.
a stat game. Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
Pops would have been right there with him catching them L's.
So anyway, I was there, and I ended up. Well, schools were saying I was too small, too whatever. So I was like, in Delaware, the only one that stuck with me. So I ended up just going there. My mother was like, "Yeah, you there to get an education first, anyway." So
Mm-hmm.
go to Delaware, and it was 2 hours away from home. So I ended up going there. I was one of two players that started the true freshman there.
Okay.
Then fast forward, I got injured my senior year, my senior year. I subluxed my hip. Had the same thing. I had the Bo Jackson injury.
Ooh, damn.
Word. So the doctor said I couldn't play again. And I was on crutches for 8 weeks, 2 months. I was on crutches, couldn't walk, nothing. So the first time I was rehab, and I fell, I literally fell on my face, bro. Twice.
Damn.
So it was like trying to walk all over again. And but I ended up coming back from that, and I got the red shirt. So my fifth year, my fifth year,
You got the medical red shirt.
medical red shirt. Yeah. So my fifth year, I ended up breaking my leg, like fourth game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I broke my fibula about 4 weeks. Ended up coming back from that. Doctors saying that I might need surgery, but I had that same TO injury where TO came back, so I was good anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, teams coming to see me saying I'm injury prone and this and that. Ended up running my 40. I ran a 4.35. First time I ran it.
4.35. I gotta check that shit. I gotta look that shit up.
Yeah,
That was 37 yards, man.
I gotta look that shit up. You had your homeboy out there with the clock.
Yeah, man. That was 37, man.
What's the GM at Kansas City? That was your college teammate, right? This how you know you got a college teammate that's the GM, Veach. You got a college teammate that's the head coach and Nagy.
Word.
That's when you know you've been around.
Right.
You just barely retired last year.
Word.
You got these cats, so you done been around the game for a minute, man.
Word.
Time.
Salute to you, man, because that ain't easy.
Nah. It was definitely a grind because to go back to what you were saying, like how hard it was, like being in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the hardest part for me was staying because I was undrafted. You know,
Yeah.
So every year it was like whether it was a fifth round pick, second round pick, or even a second round pick in TJ Ward or second round pick in Usama Young, they
Mm-hmm.
all came to replace me. You know what I'm saying? They fifth round pick. They all had draft somebody to replace me.
Yeah.
Had like I remember all these names. It's crazy. Um,
Shit, we all do.
We all do. Yeah.
You remember
Yeah.
every cat that was drafted to replace you, every cat that
Yup.
was signed in free agency, traded for. You
Mm-hmm.
remember that. And as you get older in the league, every year that go by, you start to pay more and more attention. I remember being first, second year of the league. I'm like, man, I don't care about the draft. I don't care who they take. You know, I'm good. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You get to by year 6, 7, like, man,
who they drafted?
third round? Oh, all right. Bet.
But
First,
but
oh shit, okay.
but not even that though. Like you said, like you was free agent. I was 6th round. So like even my first, second year, I'm keeping tabs of all safeties who was drafted before me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm like, okay. Come year 10, it's like, shit, I'm the only one
Hey, too
left.
many, I was
You know
about
what
to
I'm
say, too
saying?
many of y'all
Like I'm
around.
the only one left. So it's like one of them things like, in the back of your mind, it's like it's kind of it's fuel too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's that chip on your shoulder, it's fuel. So I definitely get where you're coming from on that point.
no doubt. Right now, it's probably like I think it's five people left, and all them quarterbacks and Larry Fitzgerald is the receiver.
From your
So
draft class?
that came out in '04. Yeah, my draft class.
Damn.
So the only ones left is Fitzgerald, Eli retired, Ben Roethlisberger.
Vinatieri?
Nah, he was
I know you old. You ain't that old. So all right. So check this. I want you to age yourself real quick. So I would say an old legend that I played against. Probably one of the older. I'd probably say Brett Favre. Was kind of like one of them cats who was like already old when I was watching football growing up. Who was that old head that you actually took the field either with or against? That you're like, yo, I'm really out here on the field. Like I was out on the field with Junior Seau. This dude was 3 years old when I got drafted. Like, who was that guy for you?
so it was two. The
I know both of y'all
one
probably played against Rice.
it was Jerry Rice
Yeah.
and it was Emmitt Smith.
Jerry Rice with the
Emmitt
Braves?
Smith.
Jerry Rice with the Braves and Emmitt Smith.
Rice
That
had
was
about-
old Jay, right? Hey, he had about 4 of them things.
right here,
So I was
man.
with Rice when he played for Oakland,
Oakland, yeah.
when he was with the Seahawks and Denver. I played against him all them 3 years.
That's wild.
So
I think
Jerry Rice and Emmett. Damn,
Emmitt Smith.
that's crazy.
that's when he was at Arizona, huh?
Yeah.
What about for you, AB?
The one that stick out in my mind, and God rest his soul. I mean, he's not here no more. I think the one that stick out in my mind is Steve McNair.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the
Black College.
Black college. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of one of them things where, like, we looked up to him. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
we played against when he was in Baltimore my rookie year. We played him in the playoffs or whatever. So that was kind of like the OG. I was like, dang, I'm out here with Steve. You know what I'm saying? Steve McNair. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Word.
That's crazy, man. Moments be crazy. So shit, 16 years. That boy went. So you went undrafted to 16 years. Tell us. I want to hear about kind of. We had Rob on here, and Rob talked about I think the 4 years before he got the starting job. Being a core teamer, going through that grind. I needed you to highlight these people, these young cats that's going through that right now. You know what I mean? Maybe even drafted high, drafted low, undrafted. You just kind of that grind because you always got to picture yourself, like who you are, what you probably always saw yourself as a Pro Bowler. But kind of take us back to that grind that led up to becoming that Pro Bowler.
So that grind. So my thing was, I wasn't worried about making the team playing corner because at the time I came in as a corner. I wasn't worried about making the team as a corner. I was worried about making the team as a special team. That's all I cared about. And I
Yeah.
knew once I played special teams, everything else was gonna fall into place. So I was a gunner. I was like unstoppable. One year I'm about to brag a little bit. One year I had 19 tackles at Gunner. Yep, 19.
Yeah,
That's
that's a lot.
that's
For y'all
solid.
that
Yeah.
don't know, for y'all that don't know,
Yeah,
especially Gunner, because
that
Gunner,
yeah.
So I know
hey,
at
that's
one
different.
point you getting double teamed and all out there.
So let
Facts.
me. I'm about to rewind a little bit. I'm about to skip over a little bit. So that year I had 19 tackles on special teams. Bubba Ventrone, the special team coordinator
For the
For
coach.
Indy,
Yeah.
for the Colts, he
yep,
had 20. The D-back coach in Seattle, Nick Sorensen,
yep.
he
Yeah.
he had 21. Josh Cribbs had 22, bro.
Damn. So yeah,
Dang.
that's a what I know Kasim Osgood when I first came in the league, he
That's
was
who
one of them
went,
cats that is that what?
and that's who went to the Pro Bowl.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say
Yeah.
Osgood was one of them cats that because you know the
A
name. I paid
monster.
attention. Yeah, he was always a
He's the
game
kid.
record. You know what I
Yep.
mean? On
Yeah.
teams, you got game records on offense, you got game records on defense, you got game records on special teams. So when you coming into that league, if you're not a starter,
Special
like
team.
you better be making a special team because if you that third, fourth, fifth cornerback or wide receiver on the team, like that's really the guy who's going to vouch for you making that team, that special teams
Absolutely.
Special
coordinator.
teams coach.
Who's gonna be
Yeah.
like, hey,
Absolutely.
Mike Adams, Darius Butler, whoever, hey, I need this guy on the team because he kicks ass at kickoff, kick, punt return, punt, all it. Like we need him. So if you ain't a starter, if you don't have a lot of money invested in you, your ass better be on them teams making plays. You heard
And that
Mike. Hey,
and,
I don't
and
think
that
you're
was
gonna
my
make it.
thing, bro.
Huh?
It's
And that was definitely my thing. Focus on
Yeah.
special team, gunner, kickoff return, all of that stuff, bro. Because the only person that can stand on the table for you is that special team coach. Because special team coach, I think he get 5 core players.
hmm
They're gonna get a special team coach 5 players to pick. Okay, give me your 5. Because after that, everything else is like, are you a first stringer or a second stringer?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. So
Yeah.
that was
Are you?
the thing. I stayed, and then from there, uh, somebody got hurt. Then I ended up playing a little bit. Then I got some interceptions with Cleveland. Started picking the ball a little bit because Brodney Poole and Sean Jones was in front of me. Two safeties.
You started off in San Fran,
Yep.
went to Cleveland.
Went to Cleveland, and when I was in Cleveland, I was still a core special teamer. Sean Jones and Brodney Poole was the two safeties. I was
hmm
the third safety, and both of them had injuries that year. One was out for 3 games, and the other one was out for like 2 or 3 games. So I ended up starting 6 games that year, and I had
hmm
3 picks, so that helped me.
You
You know,
got it.
so
We got to find a way to get him on the field.
gotta find a way. And you know
Yeah.
what? I started playing nickel.
Yeah.
Then I started playing dime. Then I started making plays. Then next thing you know, oh, this guy got to start.
Yeah.
So by year 7, 8, I'm starting now. I'm starting. I'm starting in Cleveland. And then next thing you know, contract year, I go to Denver. I'm starting there. Then the rest of my career, I was a starter. But
So
like you said, to answer your question, the grind came from knowing me and knowing my value as special team, focusing on that, and then catapulting myself to other positions and other opportunities.
So as you know, as players, man, we understand the business of it. You know what I mean? I think
hmm
a lot of times, um, the fans don't really understand like how much this is a business first. You know what I mean? So you being at San Fran, you know, you being at Cleveland first or whatever, and you going from team to team, like did any frustration set in? Did any doubt set in? Or it was like, you know, I know what it is. Like you said, you knew your value. You knew it was like, you know, at some point, I'm gonna get my shot, and when I get my shot, I'm gonna take off with it. But at any time, was there any like frustration that was setting in or creeping in?
So my frustration, most of my frustration came in at Cleveland
Yeah,
because I felt as though I was giving Cleveland everything, like special teams. I was playing nickel. I was playing dime. I started safety, and in doing all of that, they still bringing people to replace me. They wasn't giving me a chance.
right.
And people they brought in, they will pay them. They're paying them all this money, and I'm making a minimum. I'm on minimum salary,
You know that makes you hot.
and
Yeah.
I'm still playing more than they are. You know,
Mhm.
and that was just frustrating because one thing about me, and I hope young guys listening to this, is that you can control, Coach Rivera always told me control your attitude, your preparation, and your effort. I was always prepared because I always knew
I gotta
myself.
write that down. Yeah, 8.
Your
Fact.
attitude, your preparation, and your effort. I always, always, my attitude was always good coming to the building, starting or not. I'm the same every day, right?
Regardless of how much burn you get.
Regardless. Now, my preparation, I knew the defense inside out. I had in Cleveland, I had four different head coaches, five different defensive coordinators. You know what I'm saying? So my preparation, as far as knowing the defense, I knew everything inside out. I knew it. So that get in my effort, I always ran to the ball, no matter what.
Yeah.
And so those three things, if you can control that, just let the chips fall where they may. If
Yeah.
you can release, somebody else start. You know what I'm saying? So those are three. Like you
Well,
have to
they're gonna do what they want to do anyway.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Sometimes we know it don't make sense.
We
We
know.
know it. You know what I mean? You look at a situation like, for instance, what's going on in Miami, right? You bring in Tua, drafting him high. You know he's a good player. Hey, all right, give him a chance. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he done did everything in his power to, have that job, to be the best option going out there to win on Sunday. And I think on Sunday, he's the best option for that team to win.
No
But for
question.
the future,
Who you say D-Buck?
I
Who's
think
that?
on Sunday,
Who is?
one game right now, Fitzpatrick is the best option for that team to win.
Absolutely.
Man, this
Right
boy,
now.
man. Hey, man, I gotta throw D-Bucks away, man.
I agree with that though.
Man,
You agree with that? Okay, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
I agree with you too, Mike. And I said this before, but
Wait, so how you agree with Mike, but you don't agree with me? How that work?
because
And Mike agreeing with me. What you mean?
listen, let me finish. We had this conversation on this show once before.
Uh-huh.
And what you say? You say, man, nah, you draft Tua to be your future, whatever. Put him out there on the field.
Absolutely.
But I'm like, nah. Fitz is playing. They're playing good ball right now, and they're in the hunt to win their division right now.
Like I said,
Don't mess that
right
up.
now on Sunday, Fitz is the best option. Going forward, Tua is the better option. Fitz was the placeholder. So, kind of what, like you said, Mike playing a position, me playing a position, you playing a position. Like we've seen guys drafted to replace us. And a lot of times, we've outplayed those players never saw the field, et cetera, et cetera. For Fitzpatrick, like that was a decision. It wasn't, you could tell it wasn't made like, oh, okay, he's playing bad. Let's put Tua in there. Like they knew coming into the year, like at some point around this bye week, Tua's gonna be coming in the game. You know what I mean? Because you got two back-to-back blowout wins. You don't make changes at the quarterback position, especially when you're on that road. And like you said, with the division winnable, you don't make that decision typically. But that's what they did. So I still feel like Fitz would be the best option right now. But going forward, it's Tua.
Yeah,
that division up for grabs. I don't care.
exactly.
Buffalo was started off hot, but now they cooled off a little bit.
So Buffalo not a contender anymore in your mind?
I think they're still a contender. Absolutely. I'm just saying they lost two straight. Patriots lost two straight. Miami
3 straight.
They
Patriots lost 3 straight.
3 straight. Oh man, 3 straight. Miami they won 2 straight, right?
Yeah.
Miami won 2 straight. Jet, they done that.
Out of here.
So you still have an opportunity to win the division. So I would stay with the hot hand with Fitzpatrick.
For
And
sure.
once I know that I'm out and I'm not making the playoffs, then I would throw Tua in
For sure.
just to see what he got and give him that game experience. That's just me.
And that's what I was saying.
You were saying, right? Okay.
That's what I was saying, Pops. And D Buck was like, nah, like you drafted him in the first round, like forget it. Like, you know what I mean? Put him in there. Like,
Hey,
it's the future. I'm like,
y'all sounded like players right now. I'm not a player anymore, okay? I'm a GM. I'm in the front office. I'm putting this thing together. If I'm a GM right now,
I'm not coming to play for you. I'm
You coming to play with Tua. Pause. You coming to the Miami Dolphins because we have Tua, and I'm going to show you. This is another weapon to get free agents in the building. Hey, we got this young quarterback who you took him 5, and you got to understand these guys that made the decision. What they have that we don't is they're seeing Tua every day. They're seeing him in meetings, practice, walkthroughs. So they got to see something in this kid where they're like, all right, you know what? We just got to push our chips in at this point. And you see what Herbert's doing. You see what Burrow's doing. You see what these young guys are doing. It's like
ego. That's why it was ego. That's why it was ego. I think they saw what Burrow was doing. They saw what Herbert was doing. Now they like, you know what? Shoot.
We got to.
If Tua put it like that, man, we should be all right because our defense is playing lights out.
Yeah.
So you can't. So how can you blame them for making that move?
Because you got the high hand right now. You don't know. You don't know. We've all been. We played in the league for a long time. We've all played against Ryan Fitzpatrick. I would say collectively, probably at least 5 times each.
Absolutely.
We know that Ryan Fitzpatrick is not the long-term answer for that organization. We know that. We know that. 1,000%. We know that. We have a guy that we took top 5 who, if he was fully healthy, he would have been in the. Is he the number 1 pick? Like, is he the top guy? Like, people were talking about tank for Tua. They weren't saying tank for Burrow. We were talking about tank for Tua. So these guys have an in track to say, okay, health wise, play wise, how's he picking up the calls? How do the guys do they mess with him? Do they vibe with him? They see these things. So if I've invested a top 5 pick, this franchise been like, I'm a Dolphin had that.
You don't know what. You don't know who you like, bro.
I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm a Dolphin fan. We've been looking for a quarterback since Marino. So if we think we got a guy now, it's Tua time. Bring him in.
No.
And I would disagree.
Let me ask you this, because I like the GM over there. I like him. I like the GM.
Chris Grier. Shout out Chris Grier, one of 2 black GMs right now. Shout out Chris Grier.
Shout out to Grier. I like him, right? But I think he was getting pressure from the top because the 2 young boys were playing well. Right now, Miami is 3-3. They're second place in the AFC East, right? That means you have a chance, right? Now, I hope it don't happen, but if 2 will go in there and have the rookie mistakes, because Herbert, he been playing lights out, but they only won 1 game. Let's not forget that. He's been throwing up numbers.
That's not his fault. We all know football. We all know football.
Stop that, D-Buck.
Everything's the quarterback fault. And on top of that, you are not a player anymore. When they say did you win or lose, they say Herbert versus Julio. They say this guy versus. They say Cam versus Brett Favre. Like that's what they do. Quarterback versus quarterback. So what I'm saying is,
and we know that's not right though. We know the quarterbacks they get too much credit, and they also get too much blame.
I agree.
But if the rest of the Chargers and the rest of that staff, honestly, over in LA, was playing how that rookie's playing, they would have wanted a lot more games. 100%. He's been playing lights out.
So D-Buck, right?
100%.
So you just said right for this Sunday, you feel as though Fitzpatrick is the right choice, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So they win on Sunday, right? So, okay. Hindsight to whatever. Fitzpatrick play on Sunday, they win, right? What you do? You keep playing that man, right?
You said last Sunday or the Sunday before I buy? Because you know I can't be talking about this Sunday coming out of the bye because it's Tua time, baby.
Yeah, man, I can't mess with you, bro. I can't mess with you, bro.
I'm on my second glass of Henny too. It's Tua time. I'm not here nothing you talking about.
Let me ask you this:
I'm with you, Pops.
What if they lose 3 straight though?
You got to keep Tua in.
We don't push the chips in now. You can't go back to Fitz. It's over for Fitz.
I know you can't go back, but what I'm saying is for Miami Dolphins fans who just had a little bit of hope. I'm not saying Fitzpatrick was the answer. I knew he ain't the answer. I knew he was the answer. Let me make that clear. He's not the answer there. Tua will be the guy. But what I'm saying is, right now they have a little bit of hope because that division is not as strong as it used to be
It used to be,
without
right?
Brady. Buffalo's playing
Okay.
good. I get it, but
This
all I'm
the
saying is
thing though.
chance to win the division. And Fitzpatrick, I think, with his experience, he can
All
catch it.
right. Let's be real. Like I said, I'm not y'all the players again. Y'all are playing for the year. As players, we trying to have a good year. We trying to win as many games as possible. And depending on my personal situation, contract wise, how I am with the team, that's how I want the situation with the quarterback to go. As a GM, as somebody who's running things, I know the Miami Dolphins are not winning the Super Bowl this year.
No
I
doubt.
know. I know that. So even if we have a chance of winning this division, going to the playoffs, I know we're not winning the Super Bowl this year. We got COVID. I don't even know if we're gonna finish this season this year. I got to get this young boy his reps. I have to see if he's really the future. I got to see if my pick is well invested in. I got to see how the guys around him, how he galvanizes the team. I'm ready for tour time at this point. Now, if we come out, we 5-1, we 4-2, and we look like, yo, this team may very well make a deep run. I can understand that. But being that we all know, and this, all three of us know the Dolphins not winning the Super Bowl. Now, the players in there feel like, hey, still their goal to win the Super Bowl. That's every player's goal right now. As somebody in the front office, you got to know, okay, hey, he's obviously going to win more games. I would expect him to win more games than Fitzpatrick maybe this year. Maybe Fitzpatrick may have won a game or two more. But long term, is that really going to help me to go 9-7 this year as opposed to 7-9 and getting two of those reps? I'm taking 7-9.
I'm going for the. I'm like you said, I'm a player. So even if I'm a GM, like whatever the best.
See, y'all ain't really retired yet. See, I'm retired.
Nah, bro. Like I gotta go with Fitz, man. I gotta go with the high hand right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's a situation where Fitz lose the next 2 or 3 games, then cool. Yeah, I'll put the young boy in. Let's see what he does. But like Pop said, you second in the division. The division is weak. The like you said, the Bills done lost 2 straight. We gotta keep pushing with Fitz.
That's fair. Let's stay in weak divisions. Let's go to the NFC East. What you doing right now if you're the Cowboys? If you Jerry Jones right now, what you doing right now, Mike? What's your move?
Oh, NFC East. What's their record?
NFC. You are the Dallas Cowboys. You're the most popular owner in the NFL. Your team is getting drugged through the mud around every corner you turn. What you do right now if you're Jerry Jones?
First off, I wouldn't have said that there's leadership in the locker room. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have came out and said that. He said, first off, as the owner or the GM? Oh, he's both.
Well, he's the owner. His son is the GM. Stephen Jones is the GM. And then obviously they got Mike McCarthy in there as the head coach. But if you're Jerry Jones, like what you do right now?
I'm not making the move. If you're talking about firing, I'm gonna let them play out. I'm not firing the head coach. I'm not firing the head coach. I'm not firing the D coordinator, Mike Nolan. I'm not doing that.
Did you play for Mike Nolan?
Yeah, I played for him.
All right, yeah, it sounded like it because anybody that ain't played for Mike Nolan.
No. But let me tell you this: we didn't see eye to eye though. Me and Mike Nolan, we didn't see eye to eye a lot. But
why was that?
Because, well, he benched me one. I ain't like that shit.
Well, okay, what is it? Is there any insight that you can give us or the people listening into Mike Nolan's defense as to why it's not being successful? Because I watched the film and I look at the Cowboys, they don't look like a confident team. Like whether you're talented or not, that's one thing. But knowing where the hell to be, knowing where to be lined up, communicating, being confident in defense, I don't see that. And then you have the anonymous sources coming out saying they don't know how to adjust, they don't know the game plan, blah, blah, blah. Being a player in Mike Nolan's system, what do you feel like it's a disconnect there with what he teaches and how the players, like what's your inside thoughts on that?
So when I first played there, I honestly thought it was one of the easiest defense ever. And I thought it was easy. And maybe my IQ is different than others, just like Bethea. I know you pick up shit pick up things quick. D-But you as well. So all the sharks is like safety blitzes. You know what I'm saying? Sharks is like safety. This is what I remember. Sharks was like safety blitzes, and then it'll be like animals like birds. Those are corner blitzes. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he categorizes stuff. That's why when I'm looking at them, hold up. The one thing I could say for the defense, you have to communicate. If everybody,
Yeah, that's the thing I don't see. I don't see good communication from the nickel, from the backers. Like they don't look like they're on the same page. Safeties, you know how we used to talk. I played with both of you guys.
Pre-snap, post-snap,
pre-snap.
Like
I'm out there on the field with Bethea. I'm out there on the field with Mike Adams. Like we communicate. It ain't about what we have. It's like, hey, nickel right, nickel left. Hey, yo, we doing this. If they go here, we doing that. This. You know what I mean? It ain't like we trying to figure out what we got going on. So when he's coming into that building with, obviously he's got a bunch of new players. He was actually away from the game for a few years as well. So now he's coming in this building. He's trying to incorporate this defense with the Cowboys. Obviously, it's not working. I mean, I got my personal thoughts on it, but you're saying so you don't feel like the defense is that complicated to the point where it's like the players shouldn't have a problem picking it up.
I promise you, D-But, if I show you the playbook, you'll be like, oh man, what? It's easy. But the only thing is, the only caveat to that being easy is that you have to communicate because it's a lot of adjustments. Mm-hmm. And I know, like, even when you're watching the Cowboys, you can see guys looking back like,
what we doing?
Yeah, looking back for a call or
I see it, play in, play out.
D-But, when we played, you never look back. You would tap your head, or you'll tap your helmet, or you'll do something, and I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. They probably not putting in that extra work. That's why I got upset when they tried to call the coaches out. Because just the things I was talking about earlier, you ate, bro, they gave up a 70-yard run in the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You gave up a deep ball in a fire zone, cover 3. Are you kidding me?
Basic cover 3.
Yeah.
Basic cover 3, and then you call out your coaches and talking about, oh, the coaches don't adjust well. They don't do it. Nah, man, nah. That's what I don't like about players, bro. When we talk about the early time, accountability. Everybody got to be accountable for their actions, and that's why if I'm the owner, to answer your question, I'm not making a change. Not right now. I might make it after the season. No lie, I might make it after the season, but right now, my Cowboys somebody got to stand up in that locker room and be like, you know what? We got to stay back after. We got to do stuff longer because we got to communicate. At the Friday meetings, what we do, D-But? We met as a group.
Yep.
We made calls.
On Fridays, that we trying to be fast Friday. We trying to get out. We trying to get out there. So those who don't know. Monday you go over corrections. Tuesday day off typically. Wednesday that's a dog day. That's a grind day. First, second down. Thursday another grind day. Third down emphasis. Friday, I short yardage, goal line, etc. And Friday usually we get out of the building a lot faster than the day previous to that. So as a Friday, if you really care about that shit and you really trying to go out there and ball and make plays on Sunday, even after that Friday meet, hey, we going in here, we're going to meet for extra, 20, 30 minutes just to make sure we got all our calls.
15 plays.
Yeah, we got
plays, a quarter.
15 plays, quarters.
Yeah.
Quarter, whatever. And when we sitting in that meeting, everybody that's going to be talking on the field on Sunday, we need to hear you talking in this meeting. We got to hear you. So whoever's making the close call, some people are safety, some people's linebacker, hey, close right, close left. If you the nickel, you on the field, hey, we need to hear you. Nickel right, nickel left. Going, hey, alert this, alert that. Going to this coverage, going that. So the more times you put in Monday through Saturday on that type of shit, when you get out there Sunday, I don't have to look back at Mike Adams. I don't have to look back at Antoine Bethea because I know we've been through that. I know where they're going to be. They know where I'm going to be. And right now, we're not seeing that with the Cowboys, and there's a lot of other defenses that is taking place too. But Cowboys, obviously, they're the team that everybody loves to talk about, and those are really the issues that I see. Just the core issues. I feel like if you take care of that for the week, you avoid a lot of that.
Just to piggyback off you, D-But, one of the main things too is the bunch route.
Oh shit! Hold on, my mic. Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay.
you went dark.
Camera, bro. That boy camera battery, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, it's a wrap.
Yeah, and AB, you notice like the biggest thing too is the bunch routes.
Watch out.
How we gonna handle these bunch routes?
Yep.
How we gonna handle how we gonna handle a
Oh, we,
stack and
yep.
when he comes and motion to the bunch, and then vice versa? How we gonna handle this bunch route? And then if you motion out the bunch and create a stack, so whoever the bunch is three receivers stacked in one like in a cluster, three receivers. And if two receivers, we call that a stack. That means they're in close proximity from 5 yards. So that's when you know that, AB. That's when
Yeah, you talk about that all week. Either we gonna lock it, we gonna lock the point, and we gonna combo 1 and 3. You know what I'm saying? And if number 3 motion over, the inside guy gonna go, and we either gonna whoever on the point, you're gonna take the point guy, you're gonna take the off the ball guy. So again, but that's like you said, that's communication throughout the week. That's communication. Like, hey, coach, I don't really see it this way. You know what I mean? I think if we do this, it'll be a little better. But again, man, it's just that communication. Then with that communication, it's like, do the coaches trust the players that you watching enough film to really have an input? You understand what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times, like as a coach, it's like, okay, well, can I trust that you're watching enough film, and when you make a suggestion in the meet room, you honestly know what you're talking about?
Facts.
Let me
know what I'm saying?
Let me piggyback off that real quick. Coach Pagano would come in the room. He would be like, "Okay, D-Buck, Pops, how you see this?" He said, "All right, get it done." And he'd walk out the room because he trusts us.
Yeah.
He know we gonna.
You gotta earn that input.
You gotta earn it.
Yeah.
And the Dallas Cowboys, I bet you Mike Nolan saying, "No, I want you to lock the point and I want you to hold like this." The trust is not there yet.
Yep.
It's obvious that is not there. That shit is broke, bro.
And then as an offensive coordinator, you going through the game, and you were like, yo, every time we get in the bunch, they locking. You know what I'm saying? Every time they in the stack, they locking. Now you creating routes, and you gonna eat that up. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be predictable like that.
So just with football, it's like, if we locking something that will kill that, or even like say you playing triangle, you know what I'm saying? Like, and D-Buck was talking about it, you get you two verticals.
Explain the triangle. Explain the triangle, AB.
A triangle, right? So basically it's you got 3/2. You got 3/2, and
3/2. So three defenders
over two receivers.
Triangle.
Two receivers.
Yeah, like a triangle. So then it's like, okay, if one receiver go out, that outside part of that triangle is going to take that first out.
Yep,
then that second,
will
climb outside, and then on that second out, either depending on how you do it, that safety can drive down on the second out, and then that inside part of the triangle can go high. You know what I mean? So with those type of things, man, it's like, as an offensive coordinator, and like you say, as guys who got multiple years in the league, you kind of know what routes beats a triangle, what routes beats a bunch route, what routes beats a stack. And like, if you just locking it, you can't lock a whole game, and it's just going to be bad for the DBs. You know what I mean? But like you said, like if the secondary coach, the D coordinator don't trust that y'all putting that time in after practice or on your alone time, it's going to be a long game for you guys.
Sure.
Right. I heard Dion say something today. Dion, shout out to Dion, Coach Prime out there at Jackson State University, HBCU. Heard Dion say, hey, because he was talking about Dallas and talking about how the players came out, saying what they were saying. And he was like, you talking about the coaches can't adjust and doing this and that. As a player, you learn more from other players than you do from coaches. As a young player, like, I learned the most football from older players, OGs, old heads. As an older player, I feel like I taught my young guys more football than they can even learn really from the coaches, because unless you out there, like really out there, because even now, I done been out of the game. I haven't played it down since 2017. The game has changed since 2017. So even though I know football to an extent, it's certain things that I can't fully maybe understand with you. Like, okay, they doing this and that. Damn, I never really dealt with that. Like, we didn't see that when I was playing. But so give me some more input on that. Some of these coaches, they'll be so kind of stuck in their ways, and then other coaches, like you said, like we had Hammer, he'll be like, or Coach Pagano will be like, okay, I trust Antoine, I trust Mike Adams, I trust D, but y'all can figure it out. You know what I mean? Because y'all played enough downs. Put this Laker hat on real quick. But yeah, that's what it comes down to, man.
Yo, you ain't get a shape up. That's why.
Nah, I just like my hats, man. I like my squads. I'm a LeBron guy. I'm a Kershaw guy. I'm a Tua guy.
This boy D Buck.
You know, I'm too old. You know, I got my diehard teams, my Florida team, Marlins, Dolphins, Heat, all them guys. Outside of that, I'm bandwagon, man. If you winning, I'm with you. If you losing, I can't do nothing with you, man. I'm old now. I'm retired.
I respect you admitting that. I respect it. I respect it, man.
Oh man, shit. What else we got, man? What else we got right now? So, all right, while we got you here, Mike. I know you watch the game. You know the game. Who's in the top of your MVP race right now?
My top. I got.
Yeah, we need the top three.
Top three.
Yep. Yeah.
I think I got all quarterbacks.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty much a quarterback award at this point.
I got Russell Wilson at 1.
Okay.
And if Big Ben keep winning, I got Big Ben at 2.
Okay.
You got Big Ben at 2?
Okay.
And I got Tom Brady at 3.
No A-Rod?
Oof.
No A-Rod.
No A-Rod. Hey, you know.
Hey, it's your list. It's your list. It's your list.
Yeah,
I put it in pencil. If you erase Big Ben, I'm gonna put A-Rod there. Then I got Tom, and then I got top 4. Then I got Big Ben at 4.
Big Ben at 4.
So you got Ben at 4. Why you got Big Ben in there? Just because he hasn't been playing great. His team is undefeated.
They undefeated.
Definitely been making plays here and there. So is that your thing? Y'all really giving these quarterbacks all this credit, huh?
I mean, at the end of the day, bro,
we give them a lot of credit. You have to, yeah.
That's one of the hardest positions, bro.
Look, man, I give quarterbacks credit, but
let me ask you this: do you have
Big Ben is not why that team is undefeated? I'll tell you that much.
It's that defense.
It's that defense. So I would say Russell Wilson is the reason why his team has the record they have. Aaron Rodgers, a huge reason why that team has the record they have.
Tom Brady.
Big Ben, I wouldn't say he plays a big role. He's a quarterback. He's important.
So you take him out, right? And you put
Ryan Fitzpatrick. If I put Ryan Fitzpatrick on that team, they 4-2 right now. They 4-2 right now with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
But they're not undefeated.
They're not undefeated. They lose a couple games, but they definitely still with that defense, those weapons. You know, you put a deep. Now I feel like Big Ben playing good, and we all seen Big Ben at his best. And I think he can still be better. There's still room for him to grow. But that defense, that team, you know, I'm a little hesitant when it comes to giving quarterbacks too much credit. And that'll be a situation where I think he will be getting too much credit being in the MVP top 3 right now.
That might be,
but it ain't my list. It ain't my list though.
I erased it. It
ain't my list. I'm glad you put that shit in pencil.
I put it in.
Hey, who was on your list, D-Butt? Who was on your list? I think you had copied off of mine.
No, I had A-Rod. I had I don't think we did one this week.
Nah,
but we both. I think last time.
One.
Yeah,
I think it was last time we did. It was Russell, A-Rod.
Right now it's Russell, A-Rod, and Tom.
That's who you got to?
Russell, A-Rod, and Tom Brady. And if I was being, not quarterbacks, I would definitely have Myles Garrett on my ballot. And Aaron Donald. I would have those two players. So if I had the top 5, I had those 3 quarterbacks at the top. Now I put Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald right up under them, because them cats, what they doing? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But shit, I got a question for y'all though. And this ain't got nothing to do with football. I'm fried right now. For another shot.
One glass.
So, all right, so we got you seen. I don't fuck around. I don't fuck around now. If I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna drink. Y'all know me. Thursday night, I ain't got shit else to do. I got a question for y'all though. 16 years in the game, 14 years in the game. Safety, unbelievable players on. I know both these guys on and off the field. Incredible things on and off the field. But this ain't got nothing to do with that. I want to know, because I still got a full head.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's getting a little light.
Man, the corner's getting a little shaky, bro.
Corner's getting shaky?
Yeah, corner's getting a little shaky.
How many cuts y'all think I got? I got about a good 10 left in me.
Top 10.
But it depends what type of person you are, though. Like, you know what I mean? Some folks don't.
I ain't gonna hold on. As soon as I see, and this is what I wanted to ask you guys, because I know the fans out there want to know, but they don't want to disrespect y'all. And I know I rock with y'all. I want to know at what point did y'all know, like, yo, it's just time to let this shit go. Like, it's time to go ball, bro.
I'm
like,
gonna tell you a short story about mine.
Let me know. So I'm gonna start with you there for one.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a short story. You know, my mom had a little medical issue. You know what I mean? So she was going in for surgery. She shaved the junk off, shaved her hair off. This was probably like 2010. I was in Indy. So I'm like, I'm a rock with my mom. I shaved my junk off. You know what I'm saying? Was bald for about a couple weeks. I'm gonna let it grew back strong, right? Boom, good money. So Indy, right? Chuck Pagano strong. We got
Chuck Strong. That's when I first got there, 2012.
Chuck Strong, right? So leukemia. So honorable thing on the team.
Again.
At this time though, my corners was getting real low. It was real thin.
That's where it started. That shit.
Real thin. That's where it started. I didn't want to do it. I did not want to do it. I did not want to do it. And that's real. That's 100%. I did not want to do it. But I'm like, I got to rock for my guy.
I was bald too. I went bald too.
I went.
You got a picture of that D-Butt?
That was 2012. I got pictures. Yeah, 2012. We did the Chuck Strong. It was a good group of us.
So I cut the joint. Then I'm like, I'm gonna grow it back. When it grew back, my corners was really gone. So it was like, I was one of them guys like, I'm not gonna hold on. So go ahead, chop that thing off. Ever since then, man, I've been.
I respect that, bro, because I got some homies who be struggling. Hey, well, you got to give the barber more than a good 3 instructions. More than a good 3 direct. That's when it's time. Like, hey, watch the corner.
Stay right here, bro. Like,
don't go ahead. Don't touch this. Yeah.
That's when you know. So, Pops, man, holla at us, man. Let us know, man. We heard AB story.
Y'all not gonna believe me, bro. But I'm bald by choice.
Here you go. I had waves last year when the quarantine started. I had waves.
I was in high school. I had my it was like yours.
High school.
In college, I was like yours too.
But shit started early.
But what I'm saying, what happened was there wasn't no barber up in Delaware that I messed with.
Hey, that's be a struggle. When you go to college, find the barber.
Word. So I was cutting it bald. And then when it got low, I would just shape it up. Then cut it bald, then shape it up. Like every 2 weeks, every week and a half, I would do that. Then I started losing it right there. And I'm like, you know what? I got to keep it bald now. And that was my ritual before every game. I had a bald head.
Wait. So you came in the league with a bald head?
Yeah. Before every game, my ritual was I cut my head bald before every game, every Friday.
It should be clean. It was clean too. Y'all had some clean baldies.
So look, this is what I'm saying, right? So I was always that guy. Growing up, had the tight fade, you know what I mean, sharp shape up, and I would always clown, like, man, you ain't got no head, you bald, boom, just at the third, and eventually, just gradually, shit just started declining. I give you about 6 months.
Damn!
I give you 6 months.
I'm 34. 6 months, I'll be 35.
And that's when it's gonna hit, bro.
Don't do that. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Hey,
I think I'm good, man. My pops 50.
hey.
Look. Matter of fact,
But it ain't your
right
pops
here.
though. It's not your pops though. I think they say it's on.
I'm
It's
saying
on your. It's not your
pops
pops
right
though.
here.
I
My
think-
mom got a hairline too, so we
Your
good.
mom, but I think it's your. Oh yeah, he fried.
Stay with me.
I think it's your mother's father though, right?
My mother's father.
I think that's what they said.
Look, man, I ain't tripping. I got an older brother. He about to be 40 in November. You know, my pops 18 years older than him, so 40, 58. My pops 58. They still got their hairline, so I think I'm good. You know, I just got a cowlick, so it's hard to keep my shit straight with this cowlick over here, but I'm good though.
We're gonna see. Remember this conversation, Pop.
We just had to know that. The people had to know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they was asking. I'm sure they was wondering.
Man,
Because you know this is we need a sponsor right now. So whatever sponsors out there with hair replacement and all that shit, that's a big thing out here, man. Y'all holler at us, man. We ain't cheap. I ain't gonna lie to you. We ain't cheap. We moving up, but holler at us. We got you.
Oh man,
You a
What
fool, boy.
questions we got, AB, man?
We ain't really got no questions tonight, man. If y'all were playing defense against Miami, would you prefer to face Tua or Fitz right now? I want Tua.
You want tour? You want the rook?
Yeah,
Mike,
I
who
want
you
the
want,
rook.
Mike?
I picked Fitz off like 3 times, so I take the rook.
I want Fitz. I got Fitz too. Matter of fact, we play me and you. I think me and you got to pick this game. The Jets game. You get to pick the Jets game too.
Jets, yep. I got.
So yeah, the last time we played the Jets together, we both got to pick on Fitz. So yeah, I'm taking Fitz. I'm taking Ryan Fitzpatrick. Put Fitzpatrick magic out there.
Nah, I already got him. I don't even want him no more.
I don't want to. He can run around a little bit too much, and I don't like playing against lefties either.
Name your
It just changed shit up too much.
AB. How many career picks you got?
Man, are we doing player career or how the NFL do the career picks? I got 25 regular season. I think I got four in the postseason.
Okay. So what quarterbacks you was like, yo?
Where you at, Mike? Where you at?
Oh, I got 30.
30 piece. That's all regular season? How the
All
NFL do it?
All regular season, yeah.
All right, so the NFL, for y'all who don't know, as players, we count our playoff shit too. Because those shit should count more, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But when you look at the NFL stat, that's all regular season. And trust me, we be knowing, especially these old heads, they be looking, you know, they get the year 15, 14, 10, 12. They start to look around the league. They know where these other active safeties, corners are with these numbers. So these ain't no shits that just stat geeks and shit know about. Players, trust me, we be out there knowing. But so you got a 30 piece. Definitely respect 25 people. Respect, hey, y'all boys did that thing for a minute, man. It's respect right there. What you about to ask?
What you about to ask?
Oh, what quarterbacks? What quarterbacks you was like? You know what? I'm glad I picked him. I wanted him so bad. Whether it's a Hall of Fame quarterback, whether it was a rookie quarterback, name the top 3 quarterbacks that you picked off.
Who, AB or me? AB might be. AB, you good? I see your video froze.
Yeah, he froze. Yeah, he froze up.
Hold on, AB froze. Can you hear me? You can still hear me, Mike?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, let's see if we get AB back first. I'll answer that question if we can't. Well, shit. My quarterback, I always wanted to get Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's where I started my career, and you know they cut me, so I always wanted to get Brady. Played against him a couple of times, regular season playoffs. Never got him though. I had one chance to really get him into the crib, but I went for the. I don't know if you ever had this moment, but I feel like this was one of those moments for me. I had a crossing route in the playoffs against Brady, he threw it late, like under pressure, and I could have picked it off and went to the crib. But I feel like I honestly feel like I had kind of like a moment where it was like Brady he throwing me a pick six. Like this shit can't be this sweet. Like I just went like break it up, and then right after I broke it up, like I could have picked that shit. But I always wanted to get Brady. I never got Brady, but I got A-Rod at Lambeau, which was big for me.
Did I remember that?
Yeah, that was big. That was big for me. One robber. That was the game. A game that was one of my first games where I was playing full-time safety. You were hurt that game, so I was out there with TJ Green, a young boy, and I was playing a lot of safety. So I got that one. I got Russell Wilson. He was still young, though. He wasn't. I mean, he was. I think he had won a Super Bowl at this point. But I got Russell Wilson, and then I got Peyton. I think the second or third time he came back to Indy, and he was close to getting all-time passing yards record. I got him. So those are my top three. Those are my top three. For sure. Now I got Peyton once. I only got him once.
So remember when we went there and you popped your hamstring went out when you picked it?
That was him. Yeah, that was him. That was Simeon. Trevor Simeon. Yeah, but that was my favorite interception of all time. Picking off that bubble route.
That was my next question.
Yep, that should have been to the crib. And it kind of goes back to what you were saying. The shit you start doing your rookie year, I didn't start doing like full tilt until after that. When I pulled my hamstring on an interception return that should have been a pick six, I knew I had to do even more to get my body ready for game day. And at that point, I had a bunch of soft tissue injuries. I would have growing because I got low body fat. So when you got very low body fat, you tend to pull muscles more, like calf muscles, groins, hamstring, quads. So those will be the thing that would kind of nick me up, slow me down for a week here, 2 weeks here or there. So I really went the extra mile after that, getting MAT, seeing a chiropractor every week, make sure a doctor came in and I'm getting the vitamins, IVs, and all that stuff. So after that, I definitely turned the knob up as far as that, pre-game and throughout the week preparation and getting ready for a game. But those are definitely my top three though: A-Rod and Lambeau, Peyton, and Lucas Oil, and then Russell Wilson that year. Those are definitely my top three.
Let me tell you, the pick D Buck got in Mile High Stadium, it was so sweet. It was a what you call that, a now route? What they call it, now route now?
Oh no, it was That was not. It was what was that? A bubble. It was a bubble route.
No, not
Emmanuel Sanders came over in motion.
I thought he did. Oh, he motioned. Oh, he did.
He motioned over from a 2x2 to a 3x1,
and he bubbled.
Yep.
D Butt just.
I seen that.
I'm like, oh.
But yeah, man. I mean, your top three though. Who your top three?
I think my top three. My top three, I would say Brady. I got my one and only pick six off of Phillip Rivers. And then number three, I think number three will be Drew. I got Drew on a 7. We was playing box. I was the inside safety. And I got him on a 7 route. So I say those were my top three.
Top three. What about you, Pop?
My top three was Brady, Drew Brees, and Big Ben. I wanted Aaron Rodgers so bad, bro.
I always wanted Brady. I ain't get Brady. So both of y'all got Brady. I couldn't get him. So
I always wanted A-Rod. That's why I was so hyped. Bro, I don't know if you remember me, but when we got that pick, I was the first. I ain't have no equipment on because I didn't say I was hurt. I ran on the field like, yo.
I remember. I think we might have still got our handshake in on the sideline.
Yeah. When I ran on the field.
Yeah, man.
It was on the side. Yep.
That should be a different experience when you're a player and you see one of your comrades go out there and make a play because you know like all the work that went in, because people, fans and whoever, y'all, you just see the game. You watch the game on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whenever. You say, all right, this guy made a play, that guy made a play, offensively, defensively, special teams. But literally, like hours, practices, everything goes into those plays. And when you actually get it, it's like, damn, when you see one of your, whether you get it or it's one of your boys that get it, it's like, hey, bro, like I know what went into making that play. You know what I mean? So for us, it's a little different. It's like, hey, man, you be just as hyped as when you make a play when it's one of your dogs out there that really make a play. So that's a part. That's a part of it that we all miss, man.
Nah,
But
for
that's
sure.
but that's selfish too, bro. Like I see teams and I look and I watch this like when I'm watching games and I see somebody get a pick
All right, know
or
what you about to say.
people score a touchdown. I see who's going to congratulate them. I see who's going to like dap them up or who are really genuinely happy
for him. Yeah.
There's not many people nowadays that's really genuinely happy for a person when they make a play. And I honestly experienced that in Houston a little bit. They wasn't genuinely happy for each other when somebody made a play. That's why I was like, you know what, I gotta get out this game, man.
You
different.
Yeah. So you were there. You were there with Billy O, man. How was that? How was that experience being a part of that Houston organization? Obviously they made a change. We got a young, dynamic quarterback with Deshaun Watson. Obviously they shipped off Hopkins and did all those things. But how was that experience? Still got J.J. Watt there. They saying, hey, obviously you see him in the post game conferences. He's not happy. How was that experience there in that building as a leader, and how do you think they can get better going forward?
I think personally for me, like being there, leading them guys, I thought they listened to me more than they listened to like the D-back coach. The D-back coach at the time, I say no name, but the D-back coach at the time was a lot of friction in that D-back. A lot of people. I just got there, so whether it was the player's fault or his fault, I don't know. But you know, DB, you got to be cohesive. You gotta have that chemistry. And if you don't have that, like you lost already. Because I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna give up a pass and I'm really not gonna care. I'm gonna go back to the sideline like, all right, whatever. Next play. You know what I mean? And it was like they wasn't together, bro. And I when I got there, I started talking to the players, seeing what's what, you know what I'm saying? So from that end, it was just bad, bro.
Yeah.
But from the standpoint where the plan for Billy O, I wasn't really a fan of that coaching style either. You know what I mean? He was definitely authoritarian. He was definitely just like,
so he was kind of cut from that Belichick. He was for sure cut from that Belichick claw.
No doubt. It reminded me too much of like Mangini when I played for Mangini in Cleveland.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, that was a bad experience as well. And I think Billy O could be a good dude, or Mangini could have been great if they would just been themselves. I think they tried to coach like Belichick. That's what I felt like. Because when I'm listening to Billy O, I'm listening to Mangini. And when I was listening to Mangini, I was listening to Belichick. Because I went to visit Belichick because Patriots was gonna sign me. And he kept it real with me. Like, he was like, hey, if you come here, you're gonna be the third safety. Because we signed Sanders and we have Merriweather.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. And I appreciated the honesty.
The honesty, for sure.
I appreciated it, bro. Because he gave me the option. He didn't take my option away from me by saying, hey, come here, we'll do this and we'll do that.
And you get there, it's something different.
It's something different. I appreciated it, bro. But shout out to Belichick, man. I appreciate that. But fast forward to like the Houston should be way better than what they are, bro.
Yeah.
Way better. Like
too much talent over there.
Huh?
I said way too much talent over there for them to be doing what they're doing.
Oh man. JJ, I never seen nobody work as hard as him before. Like, you know what I mean? And the commitment, I don't think everybody's committed there.
Yeah.
And they go through the motions because it starts from the top down, and like if Obi was like he was so much of an authoritarian, so much of a like this is the way we're gonna do it. It was like players was like just checked out.
Yeah,
They was tied in here in the same old
the
thing.
same shit. Yep.
They checked out, and I knew it when I was there. Even though we went to the playoffs, they checked out.
Yeah, and you can feel it. Like you said, you've been around it for so long. You know the good energy, the bad energy. So that was unfortunate because I mean, hey, because y'all had that game when y'all went when y'all was up there.
When you talking about when we had Kansas City.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about that game. Like I was still worried about that game, and I was worried about that game because Kansas City was beating themselves. We, as the Houston Texans, didn't do anything
Right.
to win that game or anything to show and prove that like, oh, we that deal. And I say that because think about it. All right, what's his name? Hardman. Hardman.
Hardman. Yep.
He dropped the punt, right?
Yep.
He took the punt. He scored. The kickoff. They fumbled on the kickoff. It was the third down. Hardman dropped another third down pass. Then dropped another third down pass. You got the ball. Good territory. Kelsey dropped the third down pass. Before you know it, we up by 21-0.
Yeah.
Because of all their mistakes.
Mistakes, exactly.
It wasn't nothing we did. And then when it was really time to play football and they stopped making mistakes, man, they beat the shit out.
Yeah. 21-0. I was like, oh, it might get ugly.
Nah.
Yeah, it was. I was on the sideline like, all right, I'm ready, and I'm like, but damn, and I wanted us to make a play. Because once we make
a play, Falcons supposed to get a touchdown right there.
It takes the air out of them.
Yeah. I'm about to watch this game, man.
Yeah, hey man.
Hey, I appreciate this, man.
We gotta take. If we ain't have no more questions, we gotta have at least 1-2 more questions.
What's a higher accomplishment? 3 picks in one game or 16 plus picks in a single season? Give me 16, no question.
Give me 16 in the season. I'm at the table. I'm at the table. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care if I signed the deal 4 months ago. I'm back at the table. I get 16.
Right now.
I'm at the table right now. So yeah, 16
I could be
easy.
Undrafted, and I do that my second year. I'm coming back to the table right now.
No question. Defensive player of the year. Oh,
that's a pick a game. I'm showing my ass.
That's a pick a game.
I'm showing my ass.
Here go one right here.
Oh man.
All right, I'll read it. John Flegel. Would you rather have teammates that has a higher cerebral capacity or has more talent? It's a good question.
Give me talent.
So you want the talent, AB?
Yeah, because I mean it depends what type of coaching staff we got too, though. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me backtrack.
Nah, I'm taking cerebral. I need you to be smart.
But you could be some shit though.
Nah, it's the thing though. If you got this far, if you on this field with me, I feel like athletically you can hold it down. Athletically, if we can all be on the same page, we can all be here.
Yeah,
give me that. If I can have 6-7 guys out there on the field on the defense who really know what the hell going on.
I can agree with that.
I can take that.
I can agree with that.
Because I don't play with some talented. I think we've all played with some all-pro type talents, but they just couldn't figure it out between the ears, and that's more frustrating than anything. I'd rather you have, limits athletically, but you can know, okay, all right, this is where I need to be. Okay, this is where I can help my safety. Okay, this is where I can help my corner, nickel, etc. Because it's a team game, man. Football is an ultimate team game. So give me as many smart guys as possible. We can figure out the rest.
We'll figure it out. I got one for you. Luke Kuechly, smartest dude on the field.
Yeah.
He's athletic, but he wasn't as athletic as Thomas Davis when they played linebacker, right? But he will call out a play, and they will run it right there.
Yeah,
When he call out the play, he go in that hole and he shoot it.
Yeah.
So that's why I would definitely take the brain surgery.
The brain.
So you played with Willis too, Patrick Willis, right?
No, I didn't play with Q.
You didn't play with Will?
Nah. I left that year.
The year they drafted him.
The year they drafted my league.
All right, that's super.
I think the best team I ever played with was tandem. It was Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, then it was Jarrell and DeQuell.
Okay, tandem wise, yeah.
Tandem.
And AB, who you at? Who the best LB tandem you done played with?
Man, it was tough, man, because I went out to San Fran when it was Pete Willis and Bowman, but Bo was hurt,
special.
but he was hurt, so it wasn't really I mean, it might have been Jarrell. Well, GB and Cato was nice. They worked well with each other.
Bracket. So Bracket and Cato June.
Cato, but then you had Pat Angerer and I mean, I ain't have nobody that was like jumped off the charts like that for real. At the backup position. Had some solid guys, real good guys that played the game the way it needed to be played, but nothing crazy to jump off the screen.
The thing about that football, bro, but the better y'all can play together, the better we all gonna be. You know what I mean? I love playing with smart players. I had Jarrell Freeman, DeQuell Jackson, obviously you two, Antoine Bethea, Mike Adams. But the more you can be on the same page with guys and talk about shit before they happen. Before it happens, we get out here on the field, we ready to go, we ready to ride. That's the fastest you're gonna play, man.
But even the conversations on the sideline, like there was a lot of times
in between series,
you have those moments where like coaches not even saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you going over there with the linebackers and
coaches be over there listening,
and they be listening and be like, okay, all right, we're gonna do that then. You know what I'm saying? Even you go down to the defensive line and be like, yo, this is what they doing. Maybe we can change the front or whatever. We're gonna change the close call. You know what I mean? They run into the gap. You know what I'm saying? So like even those conversations where you can just have amongst players and coaches is just out of it. Yes, man, this is dope right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
We just missed each other too, AB. Like
I know.
Imagine me and you back there at safety.
Bro, I used to say that because I feel like I'm a coach at heart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So regardless, when I left, I would always look at the games and be like, and it was always a mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? So.
That would be crazy. I'm gonna let you know. From a cat that played with both of y'all, big pause. But from a guy that played football with Antoine and Mike, both of these guys, man, not only on Sundays, but from Monday through Saturday, which I believe is the most important because Sundays, that's what we do for free. We go out there and play ball at the highest level against the highest level of competition. But Monday through Saturday is when all the preparation is put in. And these two guys, man, 14 years, 16 years, it's a reason why these guys played the game as long as they did, man. These guys prepared. So I knew, however much preparation I put into the game, these guys put in as much or even more. So we were ready to fly around, make plays. Because when you're out there playing against the best, man, like especially as a defensive back, like you're reacting a lot of times. So the more things that you can eliminate pre-snap and, on the defensive side, we can know what the hell we doing. And then you get to that next step where it's like, okay, offensively, how are they attacking us? Like, that's the fastest you're going to play. That's the better you're going to play. And these two guys, man, they're at the top of that list when it comes to guys who prepare, who was ready. cerebrally when it came to the game, man. So shout out to both of y'all, man. That's how you play. That's how you play forever in the damn league. As a DB, it's unheard of to play past 10 years for real, for real. Especially if you're not a first round guy, a Deion Sanders, a D'Angelo Hall type guy who you invested a bunch of money in off the rip. These dudes came in undrafted free agent, 6th round picks, and played all this time. Like you don't do that shit by accident, bro. That's intentional. That's work. So shout out, man. Salute to both of y'all, bro.
Appreciate that, D-Buck. Appreciate that. Man, Pops, man, I appreciate you, man. This is big, man. Like I said, man, it was always good, man, watching somebody play the game the right way, man. So it was always respect, man, and I appreciate you coming on the Man Pod, bro.
Oh man, no doubt.
So, hey, before you go, we got to talk about what you got going on off the field. Because 16 years, I already know it ain't all on the field. You've done tremendous things in the community. I know even when we're playing together with the coach, we always had things that even when you left, we follow. Hey, Mike, this is what Mike used to do. So we got to keep this thing going. The turkey drive, all that thing. You know what I mean? We got to keep this going when the guys set the standard. So, what you got going on right now post football career?
So I met Pablo out in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm moving.
So you the plug?
I'm moving.
I didn't think what was going on. You the plug? Nah, go ahead, bro. Man, go ahead.
I'm cool with Escobar now. Nah, I'm fucking. But right now I'm just focusing on my business, man. I retired in March, so I wanted to do a victory lap and do some things, but I fell right into COVID, so I was in the crib for like 4 or 5 months.
Yep.
Once that happened, it was hard for me to get on with the team, whether it was coaching for them or whatever. So right now, I'm just focusing on like my development construction company that I got. We got what 1, 2, 3. We got 3 buildings about to go up in second quarter next year.
Okay.
One is a 40 unit. I got a 10 unit, and I got a 70 unit.
That's big right there.
All of it right now, bro. So yeah.
It's all in Jersey, or you kind of where you at with it?
No, it's in Jersey. Those are in Jersey, but right now we're working on other things too. Like, because I think these 3 gonna be our last projects here, and then we want to move. I mean, Atlanta, probably come to Miami, maybe VA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we want to make this international. We don't want to just be stuck here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. So what's the name of your shop? I know you got a shop out there for the kids, for the babies.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that as well. Milk and honey babies.
Milk and honey.
Milk and honey babies. We got a store in Hudson Yards, New York. And then we got Hudson Yards, New York, and we got another one in the mall in Short Hills Mall in New Jersey. So, we doing that. Got the wife doing that. She doing her thing with that. That's her thing. That's her little baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I got with that. The milk and honey. So if you got any kids, did you have a baby from there?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Y'all online?
Yeah, we online. Hey, D-Buck, I forgot to tell you, AB big time me and shit. I tried to reach out to him. Like, yo, man.
I ain't even gonna believe that. I ain't gonna buy into that. I ain't buying into that, man.
He big time me, man. So I'm like, you know what, man? He ain't my boy no more. He must didn't like when I play. He must didn't like the interceptions. So.
What was this? What happened?
Nah, I knew you was having a baby, and I was reaching out to throw you something, to send you some stuff.
It had to be the type of miscommunication.
Nah, yeah, that was on me then. Cause it's all love. You already know that.
It was that, and then I had the camp going on, and then I don't know. You probably don't even got the same number, bro.
Nah, that's on me. That's on me.
Hey, look, man. I don't like that though. This AB we talking. This Antoine Bethea we talk about, man. So ain't no telling what happened. But it had to be a miscommunication. I already know that.
That's on me, because I would definitely pull it up. That's on me.
Panthers just scored, by the way. Panthers just went up. They about to go up 7-3. Curtis Samuel just scored. But hey, keep that shit going, bro. Obviously, an amazing career on the
For
field,
sure.
doing some incredible things off the field, and we talk about both of those things in this show, man. So shout out to you, man. Everything you got going on, appreciate you
No
times
doubt.
100 for joining the show, bro. I'm sure this won't be your last time.
Nah,
Appreciate you for
Nah.
joining us, man.
Thank
I,
you. Thank
I
you.
gotta, I'm gonna start my podcast soon. I gotta have y'all on as guests too, bro.
Hey, we
Let's
with
say the
it.
word.
You
We
already
with
know we
it.
ready.
You know what
Say
I'm
the
saying? I
word.
gotta do the same thing. I love talking ball, man. This is a great thing, bro. I appreciate you having me on.
For
Nah, for
sure.
sure.
Already.
For sure.
All right, no doubt. But
All right.
if y'all know anybody having babies and stuff, just let me know. You know what I
Milk
mean?
and honey. Hey,
Milk
that's
and
one thing that ain't gonna stop. These babies ain't
The
gonna
baby
stop coming.
at all. At
especially
all.
with this corona, bro. You get
Hey,
locked down.
yeah, yeah. We about to have a whole nother baby boomers generation around. So hey, keep that shit going though, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Y'all be easy on them.
All right.
Already.
All right.
Yeah, man. So that's another episode in the books. Y'all see AB, he had one of his establishments.
Yeah, man. This is
Yeah.
first and last time. Shit loud as shit in here.
Hey man, that's what it be sometimes when you the boss, man. You gotta
You know
you
what I'm
gotta
saying?
you gotta put the points sometimes. We ain't tripping.
Yeah, but nah, man, we definitely appreciate y'all. As always, tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe, follow us on social media, all that good stuff.
Already. You already know. Man Pod, man. Another episode in the books, Thursday night pregame with Mike Adams. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Obviously, we'll be back. We'll see y'all next week, man. Hold it down. Man
For sure.
Pod, we out.
Peace.